Good morning, Zio here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do it. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. I have other social media accounts, by the way. I have a Twitter, a BitChute, a YouTube, a Discord. Yeah. Anyway, I have things you can find me on and talk to me through there if you really wanted to. Anyway, go ahead and take a look at all that stuff down there and I don't know, let's play video games or something? Let's get into it. Today we talk about Anthem. I think the last time we truly talked about Anthem was the possibility of them doing sort of an Anthem 2.0. Final Fantasy Realm Reborn style reboot of Anthem, and ever since then it's been kind of quiet, right? I believe it was a leaked thing back in November. It was a Kotaku article. We talked about it. People hated it for whatever reason. Anyway, we're back talking about it again because it has been finally confirmed here in the lovely month of February. So, Anthem updates. Hi everyone! 1 year ago, we were preparing to launch Anthem, a game that represented a big leap in new territory for us as a studio. It was an exhilarating and terrifying experience to go out to the world with something new and different, and we are grateful to all players who have come along with us on this journey. It has been a thrill to us to see the creativity of our players in design, customize javelins, and watch them master Anthem's flying and fighting gameplay. I am so proud to work with the team has put into this game, and at the same time, there's so much more that we and you would have wanted from it. Now, if you've been under a rock and have no idea what's going on, Anthem looks like a great game. Yep, pitchforks, cool. Anyway, no, if Anthem worked as designed, or as it was pitched, as the concept and stuff, it probably would be a pretty cool, fun game. I mean, you're sort of flying around in your javelins, and those are kind of cool. They're kind of like Iron Man meets something meets Destiny or whatever else, and it honestly looked like it should have been a lot of fun. However, there was a lot of issues. Go take a look at previous videos on the subject. That there were some other issues between loot and other stuff, and the game just needed a massive overhaul. And the fact that BioWare was forced to use I think the Frostbite engine, and they weren't really up to snuff on using that engine because they were being told you got to do it this way, and I could be wrong. It could have been another engine, or I'm thinking of another game altogether. I don't know. Anyway, but it had a lot of issues. It's not exactly what you expect from BioWare, right? The story was lacking. The gameplay was glitchy. There just wasn't anything to do after you got to a certain point. And when there was something to do, it was more or less an exploit at that point in time, and they fixed it. And then I think they rolled it back, or didn't roll it back. I'm not sure. Kind of gets complicated in there. Anyway, Anthem needs a reboot. Essentially, they were talking about how they were going to pull it down, possibly, or and redo it around Reborn style. And I think Anthem could definitely handle from that. They've had a year now to adjust to things and figure stuff out, and that might be just what they have to do. Anyway, over the last year, the team has worked to improve the stability, performance, and general quality of life while delivering 3 seasons of new content and features. We have heard your feedback that Anthem needs a more satisfying loot experience. We're talking about that for a second. Better long-term progression. Yes, again. And more fulfilling in-game. Exactly. I mean, if there's no fulfilling in-game, there's no point in playing the game at that point. You gotta have something to do. So, we recognize that there are still more fundamental work to be done bring out the full potential and of the experience, and it will require a more substantial renovation than an update or an expansion. Right there. I like that. Oh my gosh, I can't see it. Let's unhighlight that. Unhighlight. Stop it. No, quit. Oh my gosh. Stop. There we go. Back to normal. Anyway. Where were we again? Substantial renovations to update our expansion. Okay. Over the coming months, we will be focusing on long-term redesign of the experience, specifically working to renovate the core gameplay loop with clear goals, motivating challenges, and progression with meaningful rewards, while preserving the fun of flying and fighting in vast science fiction settings. And to do that properly, we will be doing something we would like to have done more of first time around, giving a focus team to time and test, focusing on gameplay first. All right, cool. So, if you hadn't noticed, Anthem's probably in maintenance mode right now. They still have Christmas decorations up, and we're halfway into February at this point. Anyway, so people were just like, what gives? And this is going to be probably what gives right here. They're giving a team specifically, or they're setting up a team specifically to focus on testing things, which should have been done in the first place. They even said should have done it. Anyway, they didn't do it apparently. And that's what caused a lot of issues. However, you know, shutting it down, doing this overhaul is probably what needs to be done. In the meantime, we will continue to run the current version of Anthem, but move away from full seasons as the team works towards the future of Anthem. We keep the game going with events, store refreshes, and revisiting past seasonal and Cataclysm content, starting with our anniversary towards the end of the month. Creating a new world in central to our studio mission. But it's not easy. Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we miss. What keeps us going is support from players like you. Your feedback gives us guidance on how we can improve. Your passion inspires us with the courage to create. I look forward to working together with your involvement and feedback towards the best possible future for Anthem, Casey. All right, so with all that said, they are apparently going to do an overhaul, which is what it needs, and I've got no problem with that whatsoever. However, if they overhaul this, right? So let's get down to the brass tacks here, right? They overhaul it and they call it Anthem 2 or something like that, and you have to rebuy the game. That's a no-go. If they overhaul this and make you pay any amount whatsoever to have access to it, that's a no-go. If they're going to make this right, they need to go ahead and do the overhaul and then give the current customer base, you know, the people who you know, if they're sticking it out to the end, because they're probably going to be the ones who are going to care about this and notice it more than likely, you know, sending them out a message and something saying, going, hey, look, we screwed up and we said we were going to do this and it's been a while, right? So we're done. We're ready to launch Anthem 2.0. You know, kind of like how Final Fantasy or Realm Reborn was done. But, you know, and say it's going to be a free update to you because you've already got the game, or we're sending you a free copy, or here's a code to download 2.0, or whatever it is that you got to do to make it happen. But, you know, give those players the game for free at that point. If you don't do it through like a massive content patch or something, you wind up doing a complete up from the ground. They've got to re-download another 70 some gigs or something like that. Make sure they have it for free. You can't just be like, yep, we fixed that, now give us another $60. It's Anthem 2, don't you know? That's not going to work. but but yeah, they are going to keep what they got up going, which, I mean, if you want, if you're a fan of the game or whatnot, that's good for you. That means you're not going to have to really break between anything other than just keep going. Although getting something brand new out of it, new content and things probably isn't going to happen until the revamp is done. And BioWare, when it comes to them and telling the story, they're really good at doing it. They've done it in the past. They've got plenty of games out there that are just, they've reached cult classic, levels of, whatevers. People are just like, oh yeah, I love that game. This one's the best out of them. And then they'll argue back and forth about it and all this other stuff, because BioWare does tell really good games, but they fumbled the ball with this one. And it's a combination of several things between, just a combination of a bunch of stuff. I'm not even going to be able to go through it all, but, it's just, it could be so much better, and it's not. It did fall short, and I think an overhaul is exactly what it needs. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.